We're making beef bourguignon. Classic French stew, and it kind of uses red wine as a liquid to cook in.
The fanciest meal we've ever made on the show.
I think it is. Welcome to a wonderful edition of Vince's at Home. We have with us back in the kitchen, Tim, or Mr. Timbo Slice, also known as Mallory's husband now. And he does a lot at home, particularly on the cooking side.
100%.
Okay.
I'm a cleaner.
Good.
Kind of.
So we were just having a conversation as a group, and we were talking about how it's winter, and we're looking for warm, cozy meals.
What Drunk was trying to say is maybe a romantic dinner for two.
Yeah. Something that can be prepared ahead of time so you can freshen up before the meal, so you're not like coming right out of the kitchen.
Tim, where are you? He's like, just powdering my nose.
Yeah, well, this way he could powder his nose. So why don't you tell us about the main ingredients, and then maybe we'll talk about beef selection.
This is essentially just going to flavor the stock, so to speak. Onions, carrot, celery,
yes,
garlic, mushrooms is going to be in the end as well. For beef, we are using blade eye roast, which is just something that has like a little fat. You can use chuck roast, short rib, anything that has like a good fat content. We're going to use bread and butter's Pinot Noir today.
If you won't drink it, don't cook with it.
Yeah.
When Kristen's cooking with a wine, and she'll be like, I need wine for cooking, and I'll go get like, you know, like the grade like C wine. Mallory gave me this for Christmas. You can cook with it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of the kitchen because I feel like I'm gonna ruin this romantic vibe.
So we're just gonna dry it off just because it's been sitting in some of those lovely juices. So this, you were just gonna cut into like bigger cubes. I think we can go like that. So we're just gonna salt, and you don't have to be shy with it. So we're putting a lot of black pepper on it as well. Throw some olive oil on it now, and we'll just kind of toss those all up. You could do this the night before and leave them in the fridge, and they would dry out a little bit more on the outside. Would also like season the inside, tenderize it a bit more. And then when you'd sear it in the pan, you'd get much more of like a deeper crust on the outside, which would be good. So we're gonna get some high heat olive oil, and we're just gonna sear the beef off. We're gonna do it in batches because we don't wanna overcrowd the pot. The beef will steam, you'll get no crust on it. So you're gonna let that sit, let the crust form on the bottom. It's not gonna even come off. It's gonna stick until essentially it's ready to release. This here, especially all that fond on the bottom, is where a lot of the flavor is gonna come from. I also don't wanna burn this right now, so we're gonna start to add like our aromatics to it. It's gonna help a little bit with kind of taking that off the bottom. And you can see that like the moisture from the vegetables will start to kind of like take that fond a little bit off the bottom there. We are just using this to flavor the stew and the broth. This product is great for just adding flavor to something like this and like a short pinch without having to really do too much. We let it go for like 2 hours with the lid on. The third hour took the lid off so it could like caramelize and stuff. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull just the beef out and then strain the rest because we don't want any of the vegetables that have been in there for 3 hours because they're just gonna be mush. We're gonna strain, we want the liquid though. Then we're like reducing it. We cooked shallots and mushrooms and then just added it to it. And then what we're gonna use to thicken our sauce, equal parts butter and flour in a bowl. Essentially what it does is the same thing what a roux would do.
You brought this from home because I recognize it.
It's a potato ricer.
Yes.
Amazing for mashed potatoes. This here is just melted butter, and we just kind of like let it simmer on the stove with some garlic with 3% milk, and then you can kind of slowly add it to the mashed potatoes. It's plating time.
Thanks, Tim.
This is it.
Thanks, Tim.
You guys, why don't you guys go take a couple of minutes? You guys just spend some time together. We thought that, you know, Tim and Mal, they work so hard all the time. You know, maybe they'd like a chance to, you know, enjoy their meal. Can I join you guys? Nige, come join us. Come on, family meal.
Yeah.